What's good? It's your boy Tab Money, and today, it's coming close, y'all. So, Microsoft, my dealers, my fixers for the gaming addiction on Game Pass, and definitely do my wish list in the Microsoft store within the Xbox consoles. And this is my both consoles, One S and Series S. But I want to read this article from The Verge. The main supporters of Microsoft. The main supporter, the main fans of the Xbox consoles. Let me just read this. Microsoft CEO, I can't pronounce the CEO name, so I'm gonna have to skip that. And many Xbox executives are set to defend its FTC case. Lots of Microsoft executives are due to take the witness stand this week in a big court case against the FTC. Microsoft is sending CEO, I can't pronounce his name, Xbox chief Phil Spencer, and many other Xbox executives to defend against its Federal Trade Commission (FTC) case for its proposal Activision Blizzard acquisition. Both Nvidia and Activision CEO Bobby Kotick will appear in court this week to defend against a potential permanent injunction against Microsoft giant $68.7 billion deal to acquire Activision Blizzard. If the FTC is successful in winning an injunction, then Microsoft have admitted in court, feeling that the deal could well be over, which I highly doubt it, and I'm going to give my commentary at the end. The list of Microsoft and Xbox executives also includes Sarah Bonds, head of Xbox Creative Experience, Microsoft CFO Amy Hood, Matt Booty, head of Xbox Game Studios, and Microsoft Gaming CFO Tim Stewart, Lori Wright, who previously testified for Microsoft at the Epic Games versus Apple trial, will also appear. Activision CFO Armin Zera will also testify. Sony's PlayStation chief Jim Ryan will also testify via video link to discuss market competition. Microsoft was quick to point out that Sony, a vocal opponent of the merger, won't appear in person at the courtroom in San Francisco. Unlike Sony, our most senior executive will testify in person to answer any questions about our business strategy. This deal means more choice for gamers, a fact that only becomes clearer the more you look at the case, say David Cuddy, General Manager of Public Affairs at Microsoft, in a statement to The Verge. A lot rests on this hearing for Microsoft after the FTC filed to block Microsoft from buying Activision Blizzard last week. The FTC is seeking injunctions from the U.S. Federal District Court just weeks before the July 18th deal deadline. If an injunction is granted, then it would block Microsoft from closing its Activision deal until the result of the FTC original legal challenge that was filed last year, and inevitably hearing is scheduled for that case on August 2nd, shortly after Microsoft appeal hearing is scheduled to start in the UK. This is so fucking stressful. An injunction could spell the end of this deal for Microsoft, pushing back a potential close date 2 months down the line, with the Xbox maker forced to negotiate the terms of the acquisition with Activision or walk away and pay a $3 billion breakup fee. If the FTC injunction is unsuccessful, then Microsoft is eager to fast-track the FTC case. We welcome the opportunity to present our case in federal court, said Brad Smith, Microsoft Vice Chair and President. In a statement to The Verge last week, we believe accelerating the legal process in the U.S. will ultimately bring more choice and competition to the market. The FTC case will start with a pre-reading hearing on June 21st, with the full hearing set across 5 days, June 27th The Verge will be following the Microsoft and FTC case closely throughout this week and next, so stay tuned for our coverage. Now, let me put it like this, man. We're in the Joe Biden administration, and when it comes to the Joe Biden administration, you know what I'm saying, when Trump was in office, here's the thing. If it's possible for Disney to purchase 21st Century Fox, then it should be possible for Microsoft to purchase Activision Blizzard. The thing that they're worrying about is cloud gaming, which in the next 20 years it will be official. But since Microsoft is the first one in the door, because you gotta understand when Google Stadia came into the picture, I was gonna join that first, but I realized something was telling me that was not gonna last. Something was telling me. Then you got Amazon Luna. I am subscribed to Amazon Luna. Even though I can sign up for Ubisoft and I gotta make a Epic Games account and can't do that. So but I'm not trying to say that I don't use Luna. I really don't use. I might play Sonic Racing on there, and that's probably it. Some retro games. But let me just put it like this though, y'all. When it really come down to it, though, Microsoft is going to win this case. The thing about it is it's going to benefit the gamers. And when it comes to Joe Biden and his administration, they're more like a socialist type of people. They don't want, they want us, to be useless for the rest of our lives. The rest of this administration, I guess. The thing about it is that it's socialistic take that the FTC is trying to make with Microsoft. You know what I'm saying? Trying to come up with excuses. They don't have a clear understanding of what they're trying to put out there. You gotta understand, Microsoft is all about that green. There's a reason why Xbox color is green. They're all about that green. Which means they're gonna give this to Amazon Luna. They're gonna give this to they already get the booster award already. They already passed it, but that's the games and the Game Pass. And the thing about it is Microsoft is a software company. Even though Xbox is their hardware, you gotta understand Xbox is a console PC. You know what I'm saying? The reason why people say Xbox ain't got no games because most of the exclusive Xbox games go to PC. Because you gotta understand this. Xbox is a PC console. It's considered as a PC console, but it's controlled by Microsoft. So what I'm trying to say is that for those who want 60 frames per second or anything like that, then you should go to the PC market and deal with PCs. But when it comes to console users, we just deal with upgrading that stuff in every generation or so. So what I'm trying to say is that the FCC ain't got no clear case of really making this thing. If the judge got senses, that whoever judge is dealing with this, if he got senses and see that it's going to benefit to all gamers and people who starting that cloud gaming service, because we're talking about why they came out with that 10-year deal. When the thing about it is the reason why they come out with that 10-year deal is because in every 10 years it's going to be a new console, it's going to be a new generation. So there's going to be new contracts. And not only that, but I think games going to go up the price, and unless we got a digital currency to fit that price. But the reason why I'm moving is because I don't know if this shit going to cut off. But, the one thing I want to say, though, is that, because my screen went black, you know what I'm saying? So I'm making sure it won't cut off. But the thing I want to say, though, is that Microsoft is going to win this case. You know what I'm saying? What they trying to do is the FTC is embarrassing themselves by doing this. The CMA, that's the UK. I don't know what they got going on over there. But if they pass this, alone, then the deal is good. But now, even though they got to go to UK and challenge them, they might get it. You know what I'm saying? UK is different. You know what I'm saying? But the US, you know what I'm saying? At least we got freedom of fighting back and getting things done. And when I was going to Dustin comment, Dustin from IGN, he got a YouTube channel. People in the comment section was making a lot of sense, especially the Xbox Pro guys. They know that it's going to pass. If the FTC ain't got no clear case, like I said, the judge got sense. Whoever judge that's dealing with this got sense of what Microsoft is saying. Because right now, the FTC seems like they're coming from a damn TV show or something, from Family Guy or something. You know what I'm saying? Family Guy should make an episode about this. You know what I'm saying? Because even Dreamcast guy, whatever his name is, even he said it's stupid that they're blaming it on cloud gaming. Cloud gaming is not official right now into the next 20 years, around a decade in the decade of 2030. You know what I'm saying? When we got more 5G towers and 5G everywhere, Then we got smart cities, and once we have smart cities and smart cars and all that stuff, we'll be able to game anywhere. And Microsoft is the first one in the door to have that powerful cloud technology, since all that technology is going to the cloud. You know what I'm saying? Whole 9 yards. So the thing about it is they're gonna pass this deal to everybody else. I mean, people know that Call of Duty is gonna come to the Switch. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was on the Wii U, that was the last time Call of Duty was on Nintendo was on the Wii U. So since it's coming to the Nintendo Switch, it's gonna have crossplay. You can have Nintendo people playing in Call of Duty lobbies. You know what I'm saying? Whole 9 yards. 'Cause I know Nintendo added crossplay, but one thing I want to say though is that when it really comes down to it though, Microsoft is going to win its case. Whatever FTC got with whatever the FTC is saying and what got going on, they don't have a solid argument. They don't have a, like I said, a judge in this case got to have sense of what Microsoft is trying to put out there and people who are going to defend them in this court. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause the FTC is on some socialism shit, and Microsoft is on some capitalism shit. You know what I'm saying? Forgive me, YouTube. I ain't mean to cuss, but hey, that's how it be in my channel. It's not for kids anyway. But the one thing I want to say though is that Microsoft is gonna win this case. There's a reason why they upped the price on a Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? Like Game Pass Ultimate is gonna go up to $16. It's basically $17. But at the same time, no, I ain't even tripping though, cause I ain't got no car. I ain't of this physical world. I'm of the digital world. And for them to get this, I've been playing Activision Blizzard games ever since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? All the games they ever came out with, I grew up on playing. You know what I'm saying? Bethesda games are cool and all that, but Activision Blizzard games were the main games I grew up on, especially World of Warcraft. I even played on my laptop in the beginning decade of 2010. You know what I'm saying? Around the beginning times of the decade of 2010. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very familiar with Activision Blizzard games, especially with Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. So I really hope this deal will go through, because you gotta understand though, man, that cloud game or whatever FTC got, what they're gonna say in court, is not gonna fly with the judge. If the judge got sense, and not on that socialism shit, but sees the benefits for gamers and Microsoft and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're upping the price up, because they know this deal's gonna get approved. And once Call of Duty is on Game Pass, there's gonna be more subscribers from PC and from console. I would say cloud too, but you gotta do it from the console. You gotta own the console to have a cloud gaming atmosphere. So yeah. So there's a reason why Microsoft upped the price up, because no, if it don't get approved, they gotta pay that $3 billion. That's they have to get it from the Game Pass. But if the deal is approved, and once Call of Duty is added to Game Pass, and all of Activision, even Diablo, once all that is added to Game Pass, then its subscriber list will go up to 500 million, close to 1 billion. You know what I'm saying? Because once it comes to the old school Call of Duty games, Modern Warfare, Advanced Warfare, all that, them lobbies are gonna be filled up once them games go on Game Pass. People are gonna jump into lobby to lobby. I don't know if it's peer-to-peer or the servers are still active, but it probably is. But people gonna go to lobby in them games, and that's one thing I'm looking for, because once it's added to Game Pass and the multiplayer is still active, people will start going to lobbies and start playing multiplayer and start playing old school call games. Like Xbox is the place to be to make new friends, because it's gonna be new friends being made out of this, new teams, new crews, whatever you want to call it, will be made out of this if Call of Duty was added to Game Pass. It will be incredible if they had an old school Call of Duty crossplay with PC. You know what I'm saying? 9 yards. That would be cool too. But let's hope to God that they get approved. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm looking for, and that's what I'm hoping for. And that's all I gotta say. So peace.